Disclaimer. The takes on this podcast may not be backed by facts or statistics. In fact, most of the takes on this podcast are backed by feelings, not facts. Unfortunately, podcast equipment is free to purchase by the public. Please enjoy this podcast at your own discretion. On today's show, Devin and Zane debate, is it harder to complete a pass in an NFL game or harder to make a three-pointer in an NBA game? Let's jump in.
Okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing.
Welcome back. I'm Devin, that's Zane, and this is Buffet Sports.
What's harder, making a three in the NBA or completing a pass in the NFL?
Completing a pass in the NFL.
No shot. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because well, I suck at basketball. So if you give me 10 tries to make a three, there's a 25% chance that I make it in those 10 tries. For
That's
me,
what I'm saying. It's harder to complete a pass in the NFL.
I could complete a pass.
No, you couldn't.
No,
Against a live defense.
You don't understand how when take the defense out of basketball. There is like out of 10 tries, there is a 25% chance I make one of them.
No, move your head. In the NBA or completing a pass in the NFL, we're not talking about just in general, we're at the park. We're talking about in the NBA or the NFL.
I understand that. What I am trying to say to you is just making a 3-point for me without a defense is incredibly hard.
Okay, but I can do both. And I'll tell you, completing a pass in the NFL is harder.
You can't do both. You think you can't do both. I haven't seen you throw a football. I've never seen you throw a football. You can't say you can do both.
You've never shown? Yes, you have.
No, maybe like at the beach. You think you can complete a pass in the NFL?
No, I'm saying I can shoot a basketball and I can throw.
Yeah, but you
football.
can shoot threes. Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying from a perspective of a person that can shoot a basketball and throw a football, completing a pass in the NFL is way harder. Because to your point, even you who can who can shoot a basketball 10 times, you might make it twice. And that's anyone. Because just because the NBA 3-point,
I might make it twice.
Okay, but the NBA 3-point line, just because it's the NBA 3-point line, there's people who chuck half court shots all the time. Okay, statistically, it's gonna happen.
Wait. In the NBA, I have Giannis guarding me. I'm never getting a shot off.
Right, but at the same time, if you have Chris Jones or Garrett
Garrett, but I have an NFL O-line.
But we know not every NFL line is created equally.
But there's so many different. The reason why I'd say it's easier to complete a pass in the NFL is there's so many different routes and different ways you can complete it. What if I just make a little screen pass? You know, like I can just throw a screen pass.
Come on, bro. Even that,
what I'm saying?
Even that though.
What about a running back wheel? I can complete it. He might get tackled and lose us 2 yards, but I can complete that. Compared to the NBA, where it's even Damian Lillard's like 6'1", 6'2". I'm 5'10". You think I'm getting a shot off on him? You know, for me, brother. Like I'm already so inaccurate when it comes to basketball. And then
I don't know, dog. I don't know. I think
about people that are so much taller than me guarding me.
I don't know, dog, because you could still, because in that scenario, because there's a certain point to which if they know you're trash, they're not going to guard you. So if you're just standing out at the logo, yucking,
that's what you don't understand how shit I am at basketball. You have no idea.
I remember.
There is. Bro, with an NBA crowd, and I'm just standing out at the 3-point like this, and they pass me the ball. They can do it 100 times with an NBA. God forbid it's an away team that goes, oh, every time I shoot. I'm not making it, brother.
Bro, I don't know. I still think completing a pass in the NFL is harder.
I could just do it's just an HB wheel. That's so easy to complete.
If we're taking it at that base level, maybe.
But
But
that's the thing though, is that there's so many options.
I think they're implying reading a defense and like reading a defense and selecting the right guy to pass to. No Madden shit where you can see the whole field. Because
Oh.
think about it.
But here's the thing, I don't know how basketball works. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's like it. I don't know what goes into like getting me open, but I do know if I had to throw a pass or shoot a three, I'm way more likely to throw a pass to just a guy. Let's say open field. Open field, there's a guy standing there. I am like 90%, 90% every time I throw, I'm gonna get to that guy. Yeah, in pads. But I am 25% every time I shoot a three.
I don't know, bro. I don't know because even in the NFL, because we're taking this as like, okay, you're snapping the ball. You said it yourself. You're 5'10". You have to throw around the O-line.
Red 13. That
you have to throw it around the O-line.
Yeah,
and you've got Myles Garrett bearing down on you too. So you got to watch the rush. Who
do I have? Who are my wide receivers? Because Myles Garrett's coming off the left end because he's a left side guy. So he's coming off my blind side. And then I would think in this scenario.
You have the Jets offense.
Okay, I would think that I snap it. Myles Garrett I have about like 1 to 2 seconds before he breaks my neck. So I'm snapping and then I'm throwing. So I'm guessing that I'm gonna have Garrett Wilson on a slant, probably. Allen Lazard probably on an out, and then Breece Hall on a wheel. That's what I would have. So then I'm snapping. If the middle linebacker comes forward and he takes that away, I'll look to the out. If the out's not there, I'm going to Breece Hall. But if the linebacker goes to Breece Hall, then I'm taking the slant. That's what I would do.
Okay, but then what if it's a cover 3 sky, like short side rotation where the safety drops down? You have to like take all these things into
rotation. Safety drops down, but then I'm taking the out, and then it's 1-on-1.
But you still have the corner on the outside. If we're playing cover 3, he dropped.
But that's it though, because in this scenario, safety's dropping down in the coverage, right? So he'll pick up the slant. And then the middle linebacker who's there, he's not picking up the slant. He would go to Breece Hall. Maybe he'd go to Breece Hall.
But are you confident you can make this read in 2 seconds?
No, not at all.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Part of it, the read part of it, is what makes this a whole different ball game. In a basketball game, you can just.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I'm doing this, I'm not making it, brother. I have zero confidence in my ability to shoot a three. I have a lot more confidence in my ability to just like say, okay, I'm throwing the Garrett Wilson as soon as I get the snap. And then it's like, hut, and then I just throw it. And then I just hope that he catches it.
I don't know, dude. For me, I can respect where you're coming from. For me, someone who can shoot a basketball and I would feel more confident if you said, okay, let me put it this way. If you said to me, you're going to get 15 minutes tonight to get up and down. How many points are you putting up in the NBA? I'm getting at least a bucket. Some way, at least one. I'm getting at least one. You give me 15 minutes.
Well, who are you playing? Because everybody's taller than you, Devin. Everybody's taller than you.
Yes,
and but they can jump higher.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, that a lot of these guys lie about when it comes to the guards. Like a lot of the guards in the league. I'm not saying I'm taller than them, but a lot of the guards in the league, they're listed at like 6'4". In reality, they're like 6 foot, 6'1", maybe. When we're talking. But that's the thing, though. You give me 15 minutes, bro. I'm going to catch someone on a late rotation, and I'm going to have an open jump shot. I'm going to have at least one or two. Yes, on a late rotation.
I think they foul you. You get free throws.
That's fine though. Like
It's not a three.
Okay, but I'm saying in this scenario, the way I'm thinking about it is you give me 15 minutes in a night on an NBA court, I'll get something. It's mostly going to be me running up and down the court getting cardio, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to get something. You put me under center in the NFL right now, I'm cooked, bro. I'm cooked. I'm not walking out of that game. But I'm not getting up.
Yeah, but so you get injured, yeah, but I feel like you could just be like, okay, I'm just gonna throw it. I'm just gonna toss it out. And then
Exactly. But that doesn't mean you complete it.
Yeah, but you have an NFL athlete who can make a play and try and catch it.
But then you have 11 NFL athletes on the other side.
That is true, but I mean, I feel like I have so many more weapons to get me the completion than in the NBA. I feel like in the NBA,
there's
just
only
me.
But
me versus the guy.
No, but that's the thing is in the NBA, you can catch someone on a late rotation. Someone drives to the basket and it's a misdirection kind of pass. So, but I think statistically you have a higher chance of making that three though.
If you've seen me shoot a three, brothers.
I have, and I think if you gave you a week to prepare for NFL and a week to prepare for the NBA, you would end up hitting at least a three in the NBA than you would completing a pass in the NFL. The speed of the game is so much faster than you think, bro.
I might have to go to the park tomorrow, shoot 10 threes. Show you my form.
We'll put it in the video. If you do, we'll put it in the video.
If I do, I'll put the camera down. I don't even have a basketball. I'll find like a kickball or something. Just shoot threes over and over.
I think my guess, the human average is somewhere around like 25 to 30%. You're bound to make
I think it's because so many 10. I think because you look around, every park has a basketball court and there's so many people playing basketball. Me specifically, I was never one of the guys who was like, yeah, let's go play basketball. I was never one of the guys who was like, yeah, let's go.
I think most of America would agree with me. You were a heavy
100%. 100%. Most America would agree with you.
I think for you were so like you didn't play anything else in terms of like team sport.
No, I was 100%. I was only a contact athlete.
Yeah.
Except for like throwing shot put. I was wrestling and football.
That's why I said like most of
my entire idea was just power. You know, there's no finesse in my game.
Right. So I think most America would say, yeah, if you gave me 15 minutes, I could hit a three at some point.